Good morning. Welcome into Crypto Info, blockchain made easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Please tap the like and subscribe down below, and do not forget to tap our Caleb affiliate link down below as well. Today, we are going to cover the XRP ledger versus Uniswap. What's going on between these two? We're going to cover it all. Welcome in. Today, of course, is... I need to look at my notes to see the date. It's August 27th today. I hope you're having a fantastic morning. We're here in sunny Colorado, 7 a.m. Mountain Time. Let's take a quick peek, guys. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing is to be construed as financial advice that comes out of this yapper. I am simply an entertainer and a talking mouthpiece and a researcher and an educator. There you go. All right. Disclaimer, never buy or sell anything because of what we say or do. Crypto is really risky. You can lose absolutely everything in crypto. Everything that's on your person right now, you could lose in crypto and more. Be very careful with cryptocurrency. Very dangerous. Please consult your registered investment advisor, your RIA. If you would like advice on investing, purchases, and things like this, do not consult this channel and do not buy or sell anything because of what we say or do because we're not financial advisors. Boy, was that a disclaimer. All right, let's go ahead and check the cryptocurrency market today. Excuse me, coming in at 3.87 trill is our cryptocurrency market for today. And we have fear and greed coming in at 47, just a bit below into the fear, just a few points dipping. Bitcoin dipping just a bit at 111,303. XRP coming in at an even $3, and we are at 3% up on the day and 3.7%, 5% up on the week. And Cardano's coming in at 86 cents, Chainlink at $24.17, XLM coming in at 38 cents, Hedera's coming in at 24 cents, Shiba, 4 zeros and a 1 for Shiba. Let's get down to just a couple zeros and a 1. Not financial advice, and make me a crap ton of money. Anyway, I joke. Hondo's coming in at 92 cents. Internet Computer is at $5. Caspa comes in at 8 cents, and Algorand comes in at 24 cents, as VeChain comes in at 2 cents for VeChain. 2 cents for VeChain. Let's see. Never financial advice. Let's just check something out here. Excuse me, VeChain has not gone away in any way, shape, or form. Please check out what's going on in your own time with VeChain, not financial advice. It's sitting at 27 cents for an all-time high or so, somewhere around there, right? Somewhere around there. It's at 2 cents. So you're not going to, I'm going to. I'm going to take 10 grand and I'm going to pop it into VeChain at 2485 and get myself somewhere around 402,000 coins, VeChain coins. 402,000 gives some to the exchange. So let's call it 400,000 coins. Yep. Times let's go 75 cents, which is a low number for VeChain coming up here this bull run. That's a very low number. I don't like it. I'm going to go 95 cents. 95 cents? So 10,000 for 380,000 and then pay taxes and things as I would. Yeah, that's not financial advice. That's a quick little calculator exercise to show the wife tells me constantly you need to do more episodes with the calculator exercise. It is true. This is what shows folks the truth and reminds those of us, never financial advice, reminds us who've been doing this for a while, sorry, my voice is really weird this morning. How we make money in crypto, not financial advice. How I make money in crypto. You do what you want. How I make money in crypto. I buy things when they're low, undervalued, low in price. I hang on to them for a while. I put them in cold storage. And when they jump up in price, I go ahead and pop on the scene and go ahead and sell them for a higher price. For that higher price. That's been realized now, whether it's a 2, 3, 4, 5x, whatever you got yourself. Okay. In some of these cases, we got ourselves 10Xs, 20Xs. I got to get into the chat because people are probably in there saying, hey, what's up? And I'm not this this live. Boy, the live. Good morning. Two Paws, what's up? Montagger, what's going on this morning? How are you guys doing? Yeah, Axelar, man. Here, let's see. Let's check out Axelar. Oh, let's see. It says Two Paws. Let's see. I know. Maybe I should do some buying. Because you know what? Look at the SETI spike. Look at the freaking, hold on, I got to pull up the extraterrestrial spike. Hold on. Am I sharing my screen? I'm so horrible with this, guys. I'm sorry. Welcome in this morning. I got to do it. I got to see it. Because I talk about it all the time and I never do it. There you go. And then we'll get the images. And here it is. This is the WoW spike. When they found the SETI spike. Boom! This crazy spike. When they found what they think is extraterrestrial life. It was actually not ours. It was someone's YouTube channel playing. No. Yeah, that's what that crap looks like there. This right here, Axelar. I agree. I never buy or sell anything because of what we say or do on the channel. Because Axelar has an all-time high, according to CoinMarketCap, that can't get XRP's all-time high price, correct. 2.6, nothing wrong, it's fine. God bless, maybe they'll change that. 2.66, $2.66. Boy, I mean, even a 2X, you're talking what, 4, 5, 6, 40, 50, 42, something? I don't know, my math's horrible. 62, something like that. Whatever it is, yeah, 64, whatever. Hold on now. Let's get a calculator out on Axelar. Hold on one sec, guys. Let's get a calculator out on Axelar because right now, if I wanted to take $10,000 and put it on some Axelar, like it's all right, let's see. Now, calculator exercise reveals that I would have 32,258 coins. Axelar. 32,258, huh? Axelar, let's put you at what? Maybe $5-ish or so? Yeah, 161K. Not financial advice for dropping 10K. We could be looking at a $10, $15, $20 Axelar easily. Somebody talk to me about that one. Because if it does that, you're looking at, of course, 32 to whatever it was. I think it was 5.8 times, I don't know. Let's call it a $17 Axelar. Absolutely not out of the question. Half a mil skis. Not financial advice. Never financial advice. Don't ever buy or sell anything because of what we say or do on the planet, but on the channel. But you might want to check out the largest cryptocurrency brokerage firm on the planet that backs your money one-to-one, does not commingle, open 24/7. You get a free crypto brokerage dude or gal that is very knowledgeable and awesome and helps you every step of the way. Time difference is not a big deal. You can set times to sit and to actually talk with your broker live on the telephone. It's very simple. You schedule a time. They use Fireblock security, Fireblock's institutional grade custody for your crypto, so you're all good there. And by the way, if you want to cash out like $2 million, you can at one time. No problem. Anyway, crucial stuff. Let's get back to our episode, and we have comments going, and I'm not paying attention as usual. Tupac says he actually got a notification this morning. Sweet. I know. I know. Right? I know. Gotcha. Yep. But the wife says she does not get the notification. That's kind of weird. It's like, geez, you send one to the wife. Got an Axelar better deal. We did check that. I agree. It is a really good deal. And yes, good morning, guys. Good morning and welcome into the program. Not looking at you because I'm trying to read our comments, and I do that a lot. And I get people in the comments going, look at me, guy. It's like, it's hard when I try to run all this shit stuff. XRP will be more akin to, okay. Stock Schwartz posted straight up. LTRB. Huh. And on does another one. I totally agree. I totally agree. Hey, where is everybody else, by the way, in our chat? I think I start too early for people. It's 7 a.m. and I think people are not up yet. I don't know. But anyway, getting back to it, by the way, let's get to it. Ledger versus Uniswap. Let's get to it. We're doing what we're doing is we're hitting slippage and slippage and fees showdown between XRPL and Uniswap. Let's get to it, and a lot more too, by the way. Now, two swaps, same token, very different outcomes on these two. Okay, no one path. You pay swap fees and gas on the one, and on the other, you pay pennies and network fees. We can guess which one that is, and maybe a tiny pool fee. Nothing wrong. I love me some Uniswap and have a bunch of Uniswap as well. I told you, I'll tell you everything I have. Today, XRPL, DEX, and AMM Automated Market Maker versus Uniswap. We're going to cover this and who wins on slippage and fees. Now, what are we comparing here? XRPL, DEX, order books, and XRPL AMM, native to the ledger, okay? And also we're going to compare Uniswap V2, V3, and V4 design on Ethereum and L2s. We'll break down stack fees and slippage drivers. And then we're going to give practical takeaways here, and we'll talk about it a little bit too. Now, fee stacks at a glance. By the way, comments. Let's see. 14:11 UK time right now. Okay, rock on. Nick Parton, welcome in. Florida Eastern Standard Time, I come from Connecticut, from the East Coast. Got to Colorado about, 11 years ago. And have all my beloved family in the East Coast. Love you guys. And have some great friends in Gainesville, Florida. And we love our Gators, by the way. Heads up, Jay. Shout out, dude. To my buddy, Jay. What? What'd you say to my buddy, Jay? XRPL paths. Here, let's cover them now. We love us some Florida. I've never gone, but I'm going to. I think it's called Crystal River. Is it Crystal River? Where you hang out in the rafts and have a drink with everybody lazily floating down the river, hoping an alligator doesn't chomp off your ankle, your foot at the ankle. I'm off with that. My buddy busts my chops. He's like, "You're so ridiculous. You're definitely from Connecticut. You're so ridiculous. Florida is the best time, and nobody worries about an alligator biting you." Anyway, yeah, go Gators for sure. Heck yeah, I'm going to take that trip with my buddy one day, and maybe more ways than one. I'm going to take that trip with him and have fun. I'm old. I'm 54. I'm old. All right, guys, let's cover XRP. By the way, welcome in from Florida, from UK, from everywhere around this planet. Welcome to the Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. I am the host, Frank the Crypto Tank, trying this YouTube thing out and having a freaking blast, by the way. It's got to be the funnest thing I've ever done in my life. If you're ever thinking about it, 2Paws or anybody, you guys are so knowledgeable with crypto, start a channel. It's so fun. Start a YouTube channel. I'll help you if you need it. Off record. I'll help you with it for free because it's fun and we need more of us in here doing this thing. And it's so fun. By the way, let's keep going with the episode today because let me not abuse my post, right? My job is to stay on topic, stay on task, and be interesting and informative. And by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. You could lose everything in crypto. I've got to say it again. Do not buy or sell anything because what we say or do, this is for informational and educational purposes only. I can say very cleanly and clearly that I am going to crush it in crypto. I've been, and I am about to do something that I've never done in my life with the smallest ego I can possibly muster up. Thank you, and I love you all, and it's been great. And I dropped my pen. Everybody's going to do the same thing, I think, that's watching this channel, and everybody around them is going to go, "Now, wait a minute, 2Paws. How did you know about the crypto?" They don't call you 2Paws. They call you by your regular name. But anybody, Nick Parton, anybody in here, you guys are going to be like, Marnie, Luke, all our regulars, Monsager. Everybody's going to be like, yeah, how did you guys see that with crypto? How'd you do that? And you guys are going to be like, I don't know. Remember I told you 9 million times till we were blue in the face? Remember I annoyed the living crap out of you until you were blue in the face and you're like, stop talking about that crypto stuff. I'm trying to help you. Like, I know, but I'm sick of hearing about it, Monsager. All right. Anyway, so Tupac says has a celeb in the family that sits next to Sonic. Oh, God, that's awesome, dude. And I don't follow, so I don't know who you mean, but I know who that dude is, and I know who you. Some people you might mean. Oh man, that's pretty cool. How fun! I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, totally, dude. Some of us are lucky ones. I know I have some people in the family like this too, and I'm like, and it has nothing to do with me and any of my doings or successes, but like, I have people like my brother-in-law's mom was booked all the time, booked Aerosmith back in the day, early on. She was like their first, like when they would be like, you know what, we want $100 and we want a fifth of jazz, whatever. I can't say on the channel, but you know, some of these things that they would ask for something that they for the night, and that was all they wanted. Aerosmith and a bunch of these others, and the Guess Who and whatever. And it's still buddies with all these people, and nothing to do with my successes. But I feel it's so fun to know and be able to see some of these people who have achieved successes like this. It's so interesting to me, and see where their mind's at. And I think by and large, we find out that it kind of all just happened just because they were doing their thing. It just came their way. They're just like, I don't know, it just happened to me. It just is what it is. I think a lot of them are really cool without a huge ego, which I think is kind of cool. My buddy got to go play with the Guess Who a while ago. A couple of years ago, I didn't go. He got to go play acoustic in a cool small little their hotel room because, she's buddies with them, and they got to go eat with them and everything, and my sister, and I was working and I couldn't go, and that would have been fun. But really a great group of guys, and there's some great people in this world who've achieved some things. And by the way, I think that's so cool, Tupaz, that you've got someone there. And in that regard, it's fun. Getting back to it, guys, XRPL paths. Let's cover the paths here. XRP fee stacks at a glance between the two of them. XRP versus Uniswap. Coming back at you with the technical info. Network fee. Hang on, I got to do this for this. Not that I have to, but we've neglected our whiteboard professor routine for a couple days, and I want to remind myself that I got to get back to it, right? So we got to do it. We got to do it today. All right, network fees. For XRPL, of course, tiny drops of XRP, just drops of XRP. Base fee, typically 10 drops, okay? So what it costs for an XRP, what it costs for a cross-border transaction, as we know, which is 0.00001 XRP, right, for cross-border transaction. So, and it can rise under load, of course, and we know that, and that's always ever my question. But order book trade, no protocol swap fee. You only pay the network fee plus any user transfer fee if you're moving issued tokens, not XRP, okay, itself. AMM automated market maker trade network fee plus pool trading fee, LP liquidity provider liquidity provider voted 0.000% to 1% is how that works. That's what'll make that happen, make the move. Auction discounts, AMMs, continuous auction mechanisms can grant near zero trading on the XRPL for the slot winner, and proceeds flow to LPs. Uniswap paths differ just a little bit. The swap fee is the pool tier, the V3. So it's 0.01 to 0.05 to 30, to 0.30% to 1% V2 default. It defaults to 0.30, okay, versus what did we say? 0.001 on the ledger. Gas fee paid to the chain on Uniswap, paid to the chain, Ethereum on mainnet, etc. Right, for example, varies with congestion and complexity. Not really a cool thing when it starts getting active. Uniswap X gasless UX. These are fillers. They pay gas and bake into the price. Still an economic cost to consider. Slippage basics. That's on Uniswap. Slippage basics. Slippage, difference between the quoted price, of course, and the filled price, right? When you get that surprise from slippage, it grows when liquidity is thin or trade size is big. So AMMs use constant Use a constant minus product math. Okay, so it's X times Y equals K. That's basically kind of your formula that you're using here. So bigger trades move price more. XRPL, AMM, and Uniswap both follow constant function AMM logic. How XRPL fights slippage. We covered Autobridging yesterday, and that's one way we do it, going off chain. Or was it the day before? I think it was yesterday. I lose track of my days. If the direct market is weak, XRPL can route through XRP to build a synthetic book with better depth and price. That was yesterday, by the way. That improves fill quality on rare pairs and hybrid liquidity fabric. XRP is another thing we're using here. XRPL now has order books plus the automated market maker, so the ecosystem can draw from both to improve quotes and execution, kind of baked in at the same time. Native low fees and fast ledgers reduces the cost of trying again if the route changes. So how Uniswap manages slippage, let's see. Concentrated liquidity V3. LPs place liquidity in narrow price ranges to deepen books where trading happens most. That can lower slippage when you trade inside those ranges. Okay. Multiple fee tiers. Correlated pairs may sit in 0.01 to 0.05% pools. Volatile pairs in 0.30 to 1% would be the range. That helps route order flow to the most suitable depth. But it still takes that. It's not baked in, though. Is it? No, it still has to. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if I'm correct on that, so don't listen to me there. Strike that from the record. I don't want to hear in the comments, yes, it is, blah, blah, blah. But you still pay gas fees on the settlement chain unless using Uniswap X, where fillers place gas into your quote. So AMM versus AMM. Let's see the difference between these two. XRPL AMM versus Uniswap math. Both are constant function AMMs at the core. XRPL AMM twist, here it is, a built-in continuous auction mechanism. Arbitrageurs bid for 24-hour discounted fee slot automatically baked in, pushing prices back in line and sharing that value with LPs. Remember to breathe, David Schwartz. Designed to limit LP losses and help pools track external markets. Uniswap V4 direction, how that works. Open doors. By the way, I can get into more of these on each of these. I'm getting dizzy because I'm not breathing. Slow the heck down, tank. Taking a break. Hold on. Taking a break so I can breathe. Okay. All right, I'm back. Wow, I was getting dizzy. Sometimes you got to breathe. That's why I don't drink coffee anymore. Substitute. All right. Uniswap V4 direction opens the door to dynamic fees, but exact logic is left to the devs in this case with Uniswap. Okay? So that's not really the same, is it? Now, is it? It's not the same, is it, as a ledger? Real cost examples, let's talk them through. XRP ledger, order book swap, issue tokens to issue tokens. Pay the network fee, which is tiny as we know. If the token issuer set a transfer fee, not trying to be funny, but if I put my feet above my heart, I won't be as dizzy. I'm getting dizzy because I'm talking too fast. So I'm kicking back just a little bit as we do this. Okay, here we go. XRP. Oh, that's much better. I already feel it. XRPL order book swap. Issued token to issued token. You pay the tiny network fee when it comes to XRP. If the token issuer set a transfer fee, that percentage applies to thee. I added that purposely to keep the rhyme going as you see. Sometimes Dr. Seuss entity jumps inside of me and I do this thing and the wife says, you can't do that. People are going to leave. And I'm like, no, they're not. Because I like it, they like it. Don't worry. If the token issuer sets its transfer fee, that percentage applies. XRP itself never has issuer transfer fees. That might be important. XRPL AMM swap. Let's cover this. Now, I feel much better. Thank you. Pay the network fee and AMM trading fee when it comes to XRPL AMM swaps, which is crucial. By the way, I am neglecting our comments, and I do apologize. Let's get back to my chat real quick, and we'll get back to the episode. Nick Parton says he also has one from the UK. What? That was in Harry Potter. How fun. This stuff's so fun to me. I love it. I think we're old in the chats. Guys, drop something new into the chats, please. What's going on with the chat? No activity? Nobody cares anymore. No problem. Why? I know why. We're into the technical stuff. Guys, let's wrap this puppy up because my brain is spinning around comparing the differences between the XRPL and Uniswap. Fees and slippage wars. My head is spinning. It's very interesting, though, I must say. Yeah, it is very interesting. If we like this stuff, it's interesting, and we do. Boy. Making me dizzy, though. Too much yapping. All right, Uniswap, let's wrap this up. You pay the pool's fee tier and also pay gas, of course, or accept a quote where gas is embedded via Uniswap X already. Where slippage tends to be lower, of course, the XRPL can lower slippage on thin or rare liquidity pairs, as we talked about yesterday, using Autobridging through the XRP to pull in deeper liquidity. So you see one quote under the hood. It may be whatever it is, like let's say euro or whatever, to XRP, and then to whatever other pair you're trying to bridge. So XRP jumps in the middle and makes it better, makes it cheaper, or provides an actual pair where you actually could not even have the pair in the past, prior to that move, right? So Uniswap can offer very tight execution on popular pairs with very heavy concentrated liquidity right where trades happen. Well, that's crucial, and that's bonus for Uniswap. And everybody loves to hear that. That's awesome. Good for you, Uniswap. Academic work on XRPL's AMM suggests better price sync and lower slippage under volatility compared with a generic energetic Ethereum CPMM, helped by low fees and fast settlement times. So UX differences that we're still getting into the technical stuff. We're still on technical stuff. There's no way to get around it. We're almost finished. XRPL UX differences that change costs. This is important. XRPL network fee is tiny and predictable. No gas bidding, right? Issuers can and transfer fees on their tokens, right? So always check. But yeah, that's pretty sweet. Uniswap, you can manage gas mainnet versus layer 2. Busy times raise costs, we know, and need to be careful. And Uniswap X can hide gas, but builds it into the price, as we talked about earlier as well. Things to consider. Both final price equals fees plus slippage plus route quality. Okay, and this is where we see some advantages, of course, on the XRP ledger, being able to jump from an illiquid, less, a more obscure coin, XRP in the middle, and then over to your trading pair you were going for, and make that happen more cheaply. Here's a rapid head-to-head. Finally here, fees, XRPL, DEX, the network fees only, XRPL AMM network fee plus LP minus voted 0 to 1%, like we said. Auction can discount. It can be less than that. We laid out what those were, those increments, for the XRPL and for Uniswap. Now, on Uniswap, you're dealing with 0.01 to 1% fee, swap fee plus gas. of course, embedded into it, like we talked about with Uniswap X. So slippage tools, XRPL auto bridging via XRP, as we also have discussed, plus hybrid OB AMM liquidity, and Uniswap. We're talking about concentrated liquidity plus multiple fee tiers. Concerning design XRPL AMM protocol, protocol level fee voting and auction to recapture value for LPs. Uniswap, smart contract level, which is absolutely massive. And as we discussed earlier, providing massive liquidity when needed for large, although some fees embedded and it's going to cost you somebody, but still with the smart contracts and everything, super useful, super valuable. I am loving both. You know who my pick is. If you're going to offer me Skittles or M&Ms, you know I'm going with the M&Ms. You're going to offer me XRPL versus Uniswap. I'm going to go with the XRPL. No offense, Uniswap. But I do hold a ton of Uniswap, and I love it. God bless America, and God bless Uniswap. And by the way, let's get to some other business here. By the way, we have much more to cover. And I want to get to some more things like fee stacks concerning both that aren't quite as boring. It's not quite as boring talk like we were just covering. I have some more notes here. And we can talk more about also slippage as well concerning both of these. I've got so much more to cover. And by the way, it is what, 7:32. So we've been on for a little over a half an hour. You know what? You guys tell me, we want to end this thing today or what? I never want to keep or hold somebody when they're like, I need to go and this is getting boring. Because I feel like if it gets boring to me, it gets boring to everybody. Hang on one sec. Let me just go ahead and hit this. Bear with me, my good folk. And by the way, thank you everyone for joining us this morning on Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. You know I love you all. And I think you guys are about the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm not just saying that. I think you guys know that. What we're going to do actually is we are going to jump to our lovely light whiteboard. And we are going to quickly ask just a couple of questions here of you. So let's cover this. And I think I'm going to have to back her up. All right, I suppose we can see that board, huh? That's pretty cool. I didn't think we could. I decided on a wider camera shot, so I'm not going to be in here so well, but I feel that if I do this, here, let's do this. There we go. There we go. Now we can see the whole board. All right. Now, what do we have here, guys? You know what we got because we just covered it, but we're doing it again. Here you go. All right, fees and slippage between the two, obviously. 2 saying like the stream, like listening. Good, I'm glad you do. I'm feeling like I ever wonder on this stream as I do this every single day. I wonder. I'm thinking to myself, are you being interesting? Are you wasting people's time, Frank? So anyway, I'm trying to educate as much as possible without being boring and too boring and too technical, because a lot of the stuff, guys, is technical. And if we're going to do our research properly, I think we can all agree that we have to get into this minutia, dive into the deep minutia of this boring, sometimes boring and technical information. And if we do, we realize that, oh my gosh, there actually is something to this crypto stuff. Sorry, guys. I got to find a good spot here. There's something to this crypto stuff. It's like, wow. I'm not just purchasing, you could purchase memes and things like this, or I could, or anybody could. Never financial advice on the channel, never buy or sell anything because of what we say or do. I'm not trying to talk like that. What I'm saying is when I go ahead and purchase things, I do purchase memes and things like this. But I get into the deep, 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 deep tech of it all. I feel it's crucial for us to get into the boring technology of all this stuff in order to research well enough and know, besides, of course, board members, you know what I mean? C-level management. What in the heck's going on? How many employees? Where do they report properly? Are they well looked out upon the community? Where's their headquarters? Where are they? Prospectus, everything about the company. What is the dilly willy with it, including charts, history, everything. We want to know about what is under the hood that the companies have to offer, don't we? Don't we want to know what is going on the XRP ledger, like how it works and what it is and everything, including what's going on with Uniswap over there? Yeah, I do. I don't know. Some people kind of find it boring. I don't. I left this up and I thought it'd be cool to bring it out later, and here it comes, bringing it out. Ready? I'm going to bring this thing out. Here it is. Ready? Are you ready? Ha ha! It never went away. No, it didn't. It's actually coming. Ha ha! It's actually coming very shortly. Here it is. XRP ETF filings, baby. We got them coming up. We got the dates for you here. Grayscale, Templeton, Bitwise, 21, CoinShares, Volatility. You got your ProShares, Canary Capital, Rex Osprium, Tunnel, Wisdom, Tucrium. Okay, now, this isn't really correct. There is a 40. It's very deceiving. It's 90 and then 45 days, total of 240 days with a 45-day possible extension. I guess that was correct. But here's the thing. The whole world. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say in closing this stream, and I'm so glad you guys are enjoying. I'm going to say this closing this stream. Here you go. Ready? To everybody out there, and by the way, thanks for coming to Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. I'm not a financial advisor. Dude, I'm not a doctor either or a professor. Please don't buy or sell anything because of what I say or do. That would be foolhardy. You must consult your RIA, your registered investment advisor, that lovely individual that sits down at your kitchen table to take care of, investment and advising with you and things like that. That's how you handle that. You must consult your investment advisor. You cannot take anything I say as financial advice because this is not a financial advice channel. This is for educational, informational purposes only, and you could lose all your money in crypto, so you got to be really careful. Okay. All that out of the way, I will say, personally, myself, because something hasn't happened in the world, what we all do, including myself, is we think to ourselves and we operate as such in our thinking and our actions and so forth, largely, as it is not going to happen, as if it is not going to happen. And so when it happens, a lot of times we're just like, whoa, I can't believe it happened. So what people, I think, do not see is because XRP has not exploded yet. I'm getting on my knees for this one. XRP has not exploded yet. Stay at humble for this one. Because it has not exploded yet. What? See, the thing is if we go back on the charts, right, and we look at Google, we look at Bitcoin, we look at any of these Ethereum, they were all at 5 cents, 6 cents. This is why I love the calculator exercise. It is the patience to wait and see. And yes, it can be sleepless nights if we're not well researched enough. If we're well researched enough, the nights are not sleepless. They might be sleepless due to excitement about what's coming for the next day. Not sleepless out of worrisomeness. Is that a word? I don't know. All right, guys, I do hope you have the best day ever. I do hope your bags are packed. I know mine are. We will discuss everything happening as we move forward with the XRP ETFs, comparisons between the XRPL and the others, and many other things. What's happening with the Project Crypto 401k order being signed, and other things and updates. And by the way, in closing, Two Paws says, I've heard people saying when the ETF comes, it will be the top. I disagree, and I disagree 100%. Of course, it won't be the top. I disagree as well, and think it will drive prices higher than anticipated. We just passed BlackRock and market. Right. So, guys, let's get in closing. Let's say this. Let's look at the reality, guys. This stuff all happens slowly and then all of a sudden. And the all of a sudden only happens down the road when we do the hindsight thing. We never see the all of a sudden coming. Right? Right. That's why I said, when I had said earlier, it's like XRP's down at this price, and people are like, that thing ain't never going nowhere. That thing's a big nothing burger. Everybody tells me in the comments, XRP's a nothing burger in the comments constantly. It's because of what I'm saying right now. Don't have the eyes to see just yet. You may have the eyes to see shortly, and then once it happens, you can't not have the eyes to see. You're looking at a $500 XRP, a $1,000 XRP, and everybody in the comments from a couple of years ago going, it's a big nothing burger. It's like, well, maybe you might not be cut out for all this whole thing. But anyway, no offense at all. Hey, true point. Once the XRP ETFs are approved, it takes the time for the money to flow in now. Come on, people. Come on. This is a patience game, guys. Come on. Look, I'm not a financial advisor. You guys have a great day. You guys are awesome. I love you all. Two Paws, you guys are great for chiming in. Thanks for coming in, Nick Parton, and thanks for coming in, everybody. Monsager, good morning, good morning, good morning, and have a great, awesome, fantastic day. And remember, I'm going to share this with you, and this is what you're getting in the Patreon. I'm not your shrink, but I will give the reminders to remind you that no matter what has happened to your life, to you or anything around you, that you inherently have the power of the all inside you and are deserving of that and have your value to be remembered for all time. For this ride and all the other rides, for any ride that came before this ride, that you are worthy and awesome and are going to have the best day ever because that's what you are deserved. That is what I am meaning to impart. Have the best day ever. And don't forget to be crypto lovers, because we love it. Crypto info, blockchain made easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. Tap that like, subscribe now, child. Have an awesome day, guys. Enjoy it. Later. See you tonight, 7 p.m.